many times. So I want to go through a little bit the walk-on story.
Yeah.
Out of high school, what was the interest you had from schools?
I had offers from Robert Morris and NAU. And by the time it was time to make a decision, I think the staff at NAU or at Robert Morris got fired, so we really left me with NAU, and I just kind of felt like I wanted to take a risk, take a chance, and kind of talk to my parents and ask them if I could walk on and they could pay some tuition a little bit, and they believed in me, and I really appreciate that. And how I got to Washington was that I literally did my research. I was researching every single Pac-12 school, and I just felt like Washington was a perfect fit for me. And literally randomly, a week later, their tight end coach Jordan Powell called me and he said, "We're gonna offer you a preferred walk-on in the middle of class," and I took it. He's like, "Are you sure you don't want to talk to your parents about this?" And I'm like, "I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be a good pick."
As you reached out to them, them know you were interested?
I asked my coach to. I don't know if he ever did, but it just kind of, I guess they got somewhere to me. So.
Why do you feel you were overlooked out of high school?
I had a lot of talented players. I played with the number one linebacker in the country. I played with the number one tight end in the country, number one QB in the country. As high school players, it's just kind of how it happens. It's out of my control, but I knew I was a good player, and I knew that I could give a lot to a team. So that's kind of why I wanted to walk on. But it's just the way the cards were dealt. I don't really like to think about it too much,
Sure.
but it's just, it is what it is.
Back then, even in the best case scenario, could you have envisioned this? What you're doing now?
Man, you kind of you visualize it, you imagine them, but you obviously know that a lot of this is out of your control, and a lot of this is it's hard to do, but you always work towards it. And it's definitely a blessing to be here, but to say that when I walked in around campus that I was going to be at the national championship, probably not. Probably had a lot more objectives, of course, but this is awesome. This is definitely something that we've been working towards for a long time. So.
What do you recall when you were put on scholarship that moment, and were you expecting it then?
Man, no, I did not. I just remember sitting in the middle row, basically the middle row, the front row of the team meeting room. And everybody jumping on me and breaking the chair, and I literally sit in that chair every single day, So it was a special moment, just being able to call my parents and tell them that they don't got to pay tuition no more because we paid out of state and that's really expensive. It was just a special moment. That's a special moment, and it just made me, very grateful and more inspired to keep going, and not just be a guy that got on scholarship and then it just kind of plateaus for the rest of his career. I like to think that I got better from that moment. So.
Yeah, might have been asked about this already. 5 starters on defense, 6-year guys, 7 starters, some are offensive defense. Why do you think that is? Why did all you guys come back together? And then the other thing is, how much does that help you guys when you're playing this stretch of close games like you have?
Well, I think injuries have a lot to play in the part that all of us are at year 6. But at the end of the day, Coach DeBoer coached us. He recruited the heck out of us, and we have a lot of gratitude to him. And then just a belief in ourselves, and a belief in this team, and a belief that we can get something like this done, kind of kept us all together and made us not want to go to the league or to enter the transfer program. Because we believed in this program, we believed in this team, and we wanted this moment to happen for this team and this university.
And about the close games, do you think that helped you with all that maturity that you guys have?
I think I get that more to the staff, because there's been a lot of times where I've lost those close games with other staffs, and just the way that we're brought up, where we can just be resilient, no matter what type of situation that we're in. I give a lot of credit to Coach Matt, Coach DeBoer, and the staff in terms of just being able to mentally be ready for any type of thing that goes our way.
So Michigan has proven throughout the season to have a very good offensive line, but your offensive line for your team won the Joe Moore Award. How do you think practicing against them every single day helped you prepare for this moment?
Our offensive line is very aggressive, they're very fast, and they are one of the best O-lines I've played. And I gotta give a lot of credit to Michigan's O-line too, because not only have they been an elite O-line, they've been an elite O-line for years and years. When I played them in 21, they were extremely dominant, and they've only gotten better since then. So, obviously, like, our offensive line, they do an incredible job of just taking care of Mike and give DJ a lot of lanes. But, Michigan has like a different sort of scheme. And, Blake Horn's a really lucky running back, to play behind those guys. And, you just got to find your way to decipher that, figure out their schemes, their keys, and, be ready to go.
Thank you.
So moving forward, the plans, pre-med, I heard?
Yeah, pre-med regs. Just finished the pre-med regs, graduated with a degree in public and global health.
And what are you hoping to do with that?
I want to do pediatrics. I want to take care of kids and stuff. So that's kind of the main goal. And then obviously I want to start doing a little things like internationally in terms of just like shrinking health disparities in certain communities. So lots of work to do after football.
But still want to keep playing football after this?
Of course, as long as possible. So, yeah.
Well, when you look back on your story, just in totality, what makes you the most proud, and what stands out to you just when you think about it?
I think as a freshman, like I had all these big goals, and like, I want to play football, I want to like do all this, and then I want to go to med school and do all those other things. And like towards that process, there was a lot of times where I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, this is hard. Like, I don't know how people do this. Like, this makes sense why people can't do both. And just to be able to get to this point and to say that I'm like in a very comfortable position of being able to accomplish both those things it's a whirlwind, and it's just a testament to, the man upstairs for always taking care of me and always, keeping me in my good spirits and, just not giving up, not letting anybody tell you what you can and can't do, because the world will tell you what you can't do, but, at the end of the day, it's all God and it's all His will, it's no one else's will. So I'm very grateful at all.
Just very last question. What was the moment at Washington where you knew that you belonged and you knew I can do this at this level?
I would say the Oregon State game my sophomore year, where I was still a walk-on and the starting Mike got hurt, and I was literally the only linebacker left, and so I basically had a great game, won like conference player of the week. And I thought like, okay, like I might actually be as good as I think I am. So that was a pretty special moment.
Great stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.